Hello. Hi, Aries. Welcome and welcome back. Welcome if you're new. This is your first half of August reading. I hope you're doing okay. Chiron is in your sign, retrograde right now. Venus is in Leo. And I think Mercury will be in Leo. However, it's still retrograde at this point. It goes direct on the 31st, and the post-retrograde shadow period will last from August 1st to the 15th, obviously. From the point it goes direct until the 15th of August. So its energy is still going to be affecting us. Yay! Right now, it just really feels like it's at its peak. I've been seeing like a lot of crazy accidents. There's been like hella miscommunications, or just not even like miscommunication. Whoa, what is that?
Is that a spider? Oh shit. Oh damn it.
Sorry about that. Nature. What can I say? There was like a spider hanging from, I don't know, this pavilion maybe. I felt something when I was doing my little pre-shuffle meditation or whatever. I don't do like a real deep meditation. I think I killed it by accident when I'm still watching my feet. Anyway, I felt something, but I thought it was just the wind blowing my little cloth up or whatever. And there's freaking all kind of things flying around. Anyway, but there were like a bunch of dragonflies surrounding me when I first walked over here. So I was like, okay, I must be in the right place. I must be doing the right thing. So I accidentally killed whatever that was. I believe it was a spider, which I'm not surprised to see that. I've been seeing more and more of those, especially when I go outside to do my readings. And it is supposed to be a good omen and a symbolism of spirituality and patience and strength and the feminine energy. So, anywho, that was off topic. But with Mercury retrograde, I've been seeing a lot of crazy accidents. There's been a lot of, I was saying about miscommunications. There's not so many miscommunications per se. Like, oh, I thought you said 7 o'clock and it was actually 6 o'clock. But like, okay, we're aiming for this time, but shit's going crazy. So, hey, can we reschedule because I can't make it because an 18-wheeler flipped over the freaking guardrail, and that actually happened yesterday right outside of my friend's job. There's just been a lot of crazy things happening, and I feel like Mercury retrograde is at its peak, so it's going out with a bang. In my personal opinion, you may feel differently about that. However, you're entitled to. That's just my perspective. Hopefully there's nothing else that's going to crawl on me or disturb or interrupt this reading. Let's go ahead and get into it. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter signs. I'm going to lead this reading with the Energy Oracle deck. And this is still a fairly new deck for me. I'm getting some of the cards, I won't say memorized. I'm starting to remember the meanings of some of these cards. The ones that have been repeating. There has been like a running theme in these readings. And also at the beginning of August, Jupiter goes direct, I think, on the 10th, and then Uranus goes retrograde, either on the 10th as well or on the 11th. This happens within a day of each other, or on the same day, something like that. But anyway, I think that energy is going to help us to kind of take everything in and really just process everything that we've been through, all of the emotions that we've experienced, all of the changes and transformation that we've undergone, especially in July with the eclipse energy and all these retrogrades. Like, we'll just be in a place where we can kind of take it all in and do some real reflection. Like, we've been doing a lot of reflection, but reflection in the sense of reflecting on everything that has changed and everything that's been different. So, all right, Divine Spirit, give me the leading energy for August 1st through the 15th for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter signs, please. If you don't know how to check your placements to see your Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter signs, there's a link in the description box showing you how to do that, as well as my personal reading, booking information, how to donate, how to connect with me on social media. I'm sorry, I'm just looking around, making sure that nothing is coming too close to me. Clear messages, please, for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Okay. I did see this at the bottom of the deck, shuffling, all tied up. Okay. Ooh, 4th chakra, Archangel Raphael. So somebody's doing some heart chakra healing, some heart chakra work. Somebody could be expanding. Somebody's heart chakra could be expanding. There's some activity going on in the heart chakra with this card coming up. So that could be that. Well, that's always a good thing, but it could be a very exciting thing and a very beautiful thing in your own perspective, or it could be a very like growing pains. You know, it may not be as pleasant as it will be once you kind of overcome the growing pains, or once you get through the growing pains. I'm sorry, y'all, I'm just like so trying to make sure nothing else is over here, because it's gonna start getting dark soon. So I'm trying to get done with. I just have you and Sagittarius left, and I'm trying to get done before it starts getting dark or before it rains. So anyway, the first card that came out was envy. This is lack. It represents lack or dissatisfaction. And I think it truly is envy in the sense of wanting what someone else has, envious of something. Like it could be in a love sense, because we have angel of love here following it in that heart chakra. So it could be like relationships. You could be in a place where you're ready to settle down, you're ready to fall in love, you're looking for your one, you're looking for your person. Or you're just ready to have children, or you're ready to, you know, start your family. You just want to settle down. Because if you look, you see how she's all, sorry, the wind's blowing. It's all dark and she's all cloaked up, and then she's like looking out this window, and there's all these jewels and stuff. Sorry, it's all those jewels and gold, and it's all warm and sunshine outside, and she's got this thing of pearls in her hand. Like this little thing she's holding has pearls in it, but it's like she still wants more. And I think being in a place of gratitude is definitely something that's going to help you draw in more, especially if it's love that you want. Being in a place where you enjoy yourself and you offer yourself love, you know, do some self-love rituals, or just take care of yourself, take yourself out, wine and dine yourself, and that will help. You know, do the things that you love, do the things that you enjoy, put yourself in that vibration, and then it will make it easier for you to draw that in. So anyway, this card shows her, you know, it says, like, it's describing the card. She's holding this plate of pearls, looking out at this golden city or whatever. And it's like she has a life of value already, but she ignores that and longs for the shining prosperity she sees elsewhere. Instead of feeling happy and fulfilled, her desire for more only causes a deep sense of lack and dissatisfaction. And that energy shows up in her dress. So the way she's dressed, like all dark, there's nothing wrong with wearing dark clothes. If you know me, I wear black all the time. And you know, it's really just, I won't say it's really like that's the only reason. I do love black, but being an esthetician and makeup artist, you know, that's just our standard get up. But a lot of people just like dark clothes or like black or wear black. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you look at how opposite or how different it is from what she so-called is desiring, it's like you got to play the part. You got to play the role. You can't. It's like you went to an all-white party and all black, and you are upset because they're looking at you like, what are you doing? You know, like, well, you gotta get into that vibration. You gotta appreciate what you have, basically, is what I'm trying to say. This card is telling you to let go of jealousy and acknowledge the blessings you already have in your life. Now is time to shift your focus. After all, when you envy others, it only attracts more to them, not you. Notice all that you have and thank the universe for it. If this card is near the appreciation card in your spread, this message is doubly. I don't know how this word is pronounced. Anyway, it's important. Now is the time to move from the consciousness of lack to one of value. With this shift, all things change. Like I said, it just summarizes everything that I just said. Being in the vibration of what you want to attract, being in a place of gratitude, appreciating what you already have, and being in a place of genuine gratitude, because you might fool your friends, but you won't fool the universe. The universe knows the difference when you are truly appreciative of what you have and when you are just taking it for granted. And then we have Angel of Love. So I definitely do think this is relating to love, and I think some of you are, it's like a mild envy, like almost like a melancholy, sad type of envy, like, oh, I want that. Not in a place of like, oh, I want that, like an aggressive like way, like, oh, you already have everything that you could possibly want, and you still just are just being greedy, and you just want more, or you're just not satisfied with what you have, and you just want what someone else has because it looks shinier and prettier, and it looks like more fun, or whatever, whatever the case may be, whether it's a relationship, a job, a car, a house, whatever, a husband, a wife, whatever. Anyway, Angel of Love represents tender connections, and I definitely think this is surrounding love. Like I said, with heart chakra being here as well, I do think that this is love that you are kind of yearning for. The beautiful angel comes with roses in her hair, rose-colored wings. She holds a rose quartz heart. Oh, she does. Radiating tender and loving vibrations, bringing you compassion and affection. If you're looking for new love, this angel brings a message of its upcoming approach. Or if you're longing for a deeper, more intimate connection with someone already in your life, she's here to say that far greater tenderness is available to you. Either way, remember that your first intention for tenderness must be directed inward. What did I just say? You got to raise your own vibration of your self-love. You have to raise your standard of self-love to attract the love that you truly desire, because if you're not getting it, that means that you're not giving it to yourself in some way. Either way, remember that your first intention of tenderness must be directed inward, and the compassion that you demonstrate toward yourself will influence the energetic potential of these events. In a significant way, the Angel of Love is smiling on you and forging connections in the energetic realm. So it's like it's already happening in the 5D. So this is the energy, and this, keep in mind, this is the way that the readings will work all the time. It can resonate with your past, present, or future, or like I always say, a mixture of all three. But this is what's going on in the 5D. Something about the message that you receive from me, something about it is in the works. Or if it already happened, something about that situation is affecting, what's happening now, the unfolding. But I feel like this is in the works. And the more envious you are, like it says, the more it brings to other people and not you. It just kind of deflects what the Angel of Love is trying to bring. And I think this is all about putting you in the right places, putting you around the right people. Like it says, forging those connections so that you can meet your soulmates. And I say soulmates because we have many. Right now you could be feeling really restricted. This card is all tied up. It definitely makes me think of a mixture of the Eight of Swords and like, I wanted to say a different card, but yeah, it's kind of like the 8 and maybe even the 9 of Swords, because this could be completely self-inflicted. It's a lack of motion or sense of personal freedom. You could be in a relationship you just don't like, on a job you just don't like. That could be what it is. You could be feeling tied up because of where you are. You feel restricted by where you are, and you don't feel like it's going to improve. But this represents a situation in your life where you feel, or things seem severely stuck. Like you could just feel like, even if you're single, you could just feel like you're stuck single, like you're cursed or something, like, oh, I'm just going to be single forever. I'm stuck in this single life and I don't want to be by myself, or whatever it is. Whatever is holding things up, the restrictions may be feeling quite oppressive at this time. It could also be like you could be held up in some type of contract. Like I said, you could be in a marriage that, just has been over, but it's not officially over yet. You could be at a job you are stuck at contractually, or something like that. You could be stuck in a lease agreement you don't like, or something like that. Whatever it is, it could be something that is actually keeping you a little tied up for the time being. It could be some type of technicality that's blocking your way. But anyway, you could be tying yourself up in an emotional angst or in a negative habit that you refuse to deal with. If so, it says to cut the vines, to make some serious changes now. You needn't live in a self-imposed jail any longer. And for a lot of you, it is completely emotional and just completely envy, just a pessimistic pattern of thinking, feeling like, oh, I'll never get this, and it's like already in the works, and this is here to confirm that for you, because you can't see it happening right now. And that's what these readings are for. They let you know what's going on behind the scenes that you can't see what's going on. So if it doesn't resonate with you, like, don't comment under the reading, like, and I'm not just saying like my reading, any readers, like, oh, this wasn't my reading, it didn't resonate with me. Well, you don't know what's going to happen in the future. And if you also keep that mindset of, oh, this isn't for me, this isn't going to resonate with me, or this doesn't resonate with me, or this is not for me, then it won't be for you. You'll deflect it. You'll block it out. Just like she's going to block out her own blessings by wanting what everybody else has. Let's look at 4th chakra. Just beneath that, we have action. So I think there is some action picking up. There is some movement happening, some progress happening with this fourth chakra healing. That could be what your focus has been with this Pluto retrograde, this Saturn retrograde. Those 2 planets are still retrograde in Capricorn. And we just had a full moon in Capricorn and a partial lunar eclipse with that full moon as well. So that could be the main focus of what you are healing from and what your healing process is about. This represents love, compassion, and self-acceptance. Self-acceptance, like I said, learning to love yourself, turning that self-love up a notch, a few notches, so that you can draw this love in. And I feel like as you do the work, as you actively put in the work, everything just moves faster. And look, contract is just beneath that. Woman holding a heart, just beneath that, 44. Listen, soon as you actively put in the work, some of you could be resisting the transformation because it's not always easy. It's not always easy. Trust me, I dove headfirst into some hard lessons, and I was like, I see why people don't do this. But it's like I wanted to accelerate my own journey. I knew that it would get me to I knew that what I was to gain was so much greater than where I was, and I was so ready for something else. I was just like, come on, hit me with it. I know it's going to be hard. I know it's going to be tough lessons, and I just kind of just went with it. But that's just me. I'm crazy like that. Anyway, I think that just kind of sums up everything that we were that I was mentioning about the self-love. This it indicates like a greater readiness to receive love from others as well as from yourself. It can indicate much needed healing from a previous broken heart is taking place. I think you're in a place where you're realizing things, like you're having epiphanies about either past heartbreaks, either heartbreaks that you've caused, heartbreaks that people have caused you, just past situations, everything that your heart has been through. And I think you're just kind of taking some things in, doing some reflection, and you are doing some healing, whether you are completely aware of that or not. You are healing. I want to pull Romance Angels cards because I do think this is love related for you. I can't believe I didn't pull this deck out. I don't know what I was thinking. Anywho, let's go ahead and pull Romance Angels for you, Aries, to see what's going on, and then we'll clarify this spread. Some of you, I think, are probably already married and you don't want to be married anymore. you're ready to be single, you feel stuck in this relationship, or you're ready to be with the person you really truly desire to be with. Because I saw wedding, and then I saw another card that made me think of, contract. All right, any messages for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for August 1st through the 15th? Clear messages, please. I did see codependency. Some of you could be codependent on others to love you and not putting enough effort into loving yourself. Oh, it's all gone. Soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. Whether you're parting ways from this person or whether you are longing to be with someone that's already in your energy circle, whoever this person is that you think of when you see this card, yes, they are a soulmate for you. Even if it's the person that you're trying to break away from, like if you're in a marriage and you want a divorce from this person, or you've been separated, or y'all been trying to figure out how to end things or something like that, that's still a soulmate. This person had a major impact in your life. It's a soulmate. It's a karmic, it's a soulmate, it's a twin flame, divine counterpart. It's on the spectrum somewhere, but the general term is soulmate. And soulmates come as family, friends, co-workers, romantic partners. They come in many flavors. Anyway, we have deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. This could be you if you're not being true to yourself, or if you're not treating yourself the way you truly know that you deserve to be treated. Or if you're, like being like a pushover, or if you are the martyr, like playing the martyr, like especially if you're in a relationship and playing the martyr, and like you're just submitting to this person and just doing whatever they want you to do, and just not taking your own needs or wants into consideration, and just doing whatever they want you to do. That is deception. That's not being true to yourself. And that's not going to bring in the things that you want. It's only going to keep you in this restricted energy, and also this envious energy of wanting what other people have, or wanting your situation to change. You have to understand that you have the power to change your situation. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Yes. The lack of envy, the opposite of envy and the opposite of feeling restricted. Optimism. Like whatever you think about will manifest if you think about it long enough, so keep your thoughts positive. Only think about what you want to receive, not what you don't want to receive, because the universe really does not know the difference. It just knows that the energy, it knows the amplification or the strength of the weight of the energy that you are thinking of it in. It can only measure how much you're thinking about it, not how much you want or don't want. So anyway, let's go ahead and clarify with the tarot. Let's see what's coming into your life. What wants to come into your life? What wants to come into Aries' life? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. For my Arians, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. What's trying to come into Aries, into the life of Aries? I think balance for one. That's the Two of Pentacles. What's trying to come into Aries? Happiness, fertility, abundance. For some of you, this could represent your divine feminine. For some of you, it represents your own divine feminine energy, because we all have masculine and feminine energy. But I think this is an external energy for you. This could represent your wife, or someone making you their wife. Because the Empress can represent a mother figure. Can also represent fertility, abundance, resourcefulness, creativity, growth. And then the Sun card also represents growth and like recovery. For me, it's also like healing your inner child, healing childhood wounds, like growth in that department, like growing up. It represents happiness, vitality, and also confidence. And just like with this, it's like that's a card that can represent Leo. This can represent Libra or Taurus, and that's Venus energy. Venus is in Leo right now too. And I think with this Venus and Leo energy, this does want to come into your life. Like, it's a perfect opportunity for this to come into your life, and it wants to come in. And it will be a very balancing situation, I think. I think it'll probably be easy for you to balance like your home and your work life, or like your personal and your work life, or your finances, just like your household things. Are like, maybe this person is just going to bring in a lot of balance for you, or it's going to teach you balance. So that could mean that it's challenging at first, but you'll get there. But with the Sun card and the Empress, two major arcana cards, this is definitely major energy that wants to come in. And King of Swords is at the bottom of the deck. This represents someone who's level-headed, strong-minded, very intellectual. It could be an air sign that you're dealing with, which you are naturally compatible with air signs. Could be an Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. Could definitely be a Libra with these two cards being here. However, it doesn't have to be. But this could be someone who is... the vibe I get from this is like somebody who's very headstrong, but who makes a lot of decisions from day to day. Like their job could be involved with making decisions. Like they could be like a judge, or like some type of developer or something, like where they have to sign off on things. They have to sign off on things. Like I'm seeing someone who's in a vibration of, or in an energy of like running a business, signing off on things, making very important decisions day to day. So I think this person has a very strong mind. I don't want to say very logical, because I think they are in touch with their emotions, but I think they know how to make decisions considering their emotions, but not completely based on their emotions. And then the Magician is just beneath that. So this is Aquarius energy. You could definitely be dealing with an Aquarius. But I think that's someone whose creative power and focus is like on point. They could be just like excelling in work, like on the top of their game. You could be meeting someone at work. Doesn't have to be. But this does feel like a masculine energy, whether this is your masculine energy or theirs. I don't know why I keep dropping this card. But anyway, that looks good. All right, let's look at this Romance Angels. Show me deception. Show me deception, please, for Aries. Show me more about deception. Third eye chakra. You could be ignoring your intuition, because this is all about intuition, inner knowing. You could just be straight up blocking out your intuition or ignoring it. That could be deception. That could be where the deception is coming from. Solitude. Some of you could be in a place where you're alone. Like if you're single, you are like so tired of being alone that you keep putting yourself in situations where you can't even hear your intuition because there's too much going on in your intuition. Needs you to be in solitude. This is the Hermit card. This is Virgo energy. Seeking higher learning. I think some of you are not seeking internally as you should be. You're seeking the world for what it is that you want, and that's why you continuously end up envious, because you can't find it, and you need to be seeking within, and you need to be counteracting the love that you're not getting in the 3D by giving love to yourself. Let's look at 9. Solitude. Stop. Your soul is calling out and needs to be honored and heard. The answers you seek aren't necessarily found in the outer world. Listen, that's what I just said. The time has come for you to step back and withdraw from the outside commotion. The Solitude card is a reminder of how important it is to pause, still the mind, meditate, reflect, reevaluate, and discover the wisdom and the answers within the very soul of your being. When you become more aware of your soul and heart, you strengthen the link to the divine source. and you're able to once again remember your true perfection. Meet your soul halfway and schedule some alone time to commune with your soul, and to also give the power of spirit the opportunity to reinvigorate you with force and vitality. Conserve your energy and deal with one thing at a time as you follow the prompts from within. When it comes to moments of quiet inner solitude, it really isn't about quantity, it's the quality that counts. The soul constantly draws itself to what it needs in order to learn and grow. Like some of you, I think, are trying to force this change, and like I said, you're blocking it because the universe is trying to bring a very balanced and beautiful connection into your life, but it won't be everything that it's intended to be if you keep interfering. So I think, like I said, when you go within and you get to a place of solitude and you just kind of meditate on what it is that you want clarity on, it will come to you, and things will start moving very quickly once you start doing that inner work and that heart chakra healing and giving yourself the self-love that you deserve. All right, conserve your energy. Oh wait, when it comes to moments of quiet inner solitude, I read that. Sorry. For example, during this period, some people may step into your life, and by sharing his or her own experiences, you may receive helpful insight and wisdom into your own. Like I said, the universe is trying to orchestrate these divine connections that is going to bring you all the signs, all the hints, all the messages you need to help you unlock what it is that you need to know. Sorry. It's a big old wasp over here, a bunch of them actually. So with third eye chakra, I'll read a little bit about this. Oh, I'm sorry, I said I know, that is I see. I know would be crown chakra. Anyway, this is I see. So I think this is all about clear vision, clairvoyance, intuition, still the higher levels of consciousness. This is also known as their brow chakra. It will assist with your psychic and intuitive inner guidance. To balance this chakra, I recommend that you practice walking meditations, breath work, yoga, tai chi, visualizations, and color therapy. Don't just focus on this one chakra as part of your development, as it is important to remember that they should all be in balance in order to work in unison and harmony. So maybe the two main chakras for this particular season of your life is your heart chakra and your third eye chakra. For sure the heart chakra, but the heart chakra is like the command center for the other chakras. It is our centermost chakra. We have crown, third eye, throat chakra, heart chakra, solar plexus, sacral, root chakra. So the heart being in the center is like the command center for them. But your throat chakra, your third chakra. I don't know why I said that. Some of you may be working on your throat chakra too, like learning how to speak up, speak your mind, and make your needs known. But anyway, the third eye chakra, I think you're in a place where you're learning to trust your intuition. But I think for a lot of you, there's too much going on. You have to get to a place of solitude so that you can hear your intuition clearly, and so that you can, I think, kind of get some clarity on what's happening so that you can stop interfering and pushing away what it is that you want to bring in. Let's get additional messages from the Kipper deck. Anything else for Aries based on this spread? Anything for Aries? One more shuffle. Courtship. So yeah, I think there is a new relationship on the horizon for you. Right now you're in a bad place, with bad health being at the bottom of the deck. This represents anxiety or depression or just health concern. You could be worrying yourself to death, or stressing yourself to the point where you have physical ailments, or just being sick. This could be also that there's a need to make some lifestyle changes if you've been sick, or if you're having health problems out of nowhere. I don't know why I'm saying out of nowhere, but For some of you, if like you're usually very healthy and you're having health problems, or if you know that your mood has been down, so you notice that your energy has been down, it could just be the energy that's affecting your health, because that can happen. So be mindful of how you're taking care of yourself, and make sure that you are taking the correct, or taking a decent amount of self-care time and solitude to disconnect from the world, so that you can be reminded that what it is that you seek is not out in the world. Yes, it will come to you from the world, but you seek within and project externally what it is that you want to receive, and it comes to you. And I think this is part of what wants to come to you. This is what your angels are trying to bring in. Your guides are trying to bring in a new relationship, new relationships in general, new friendships, new soulmate connections, because this represents very loving relationships. It doesn't always have to be a romantic relationship. Courtship just represents the early phases of a friendship or a love relationship. So it's people, a person or people who you are very fond of, who you have a lot of fun with, who you like and love very much. So that's your reading, Aries. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope it resonates with you. Please comment, like, subscribe, and connect with me on social media if you enjoyed it. I am going live on, I just decided it's going to be on either Wednesday or Thursday. I'm going to try to do this as weekly as possible to get you guys the collective love reading. And I'll go more in depth about where the planets are and what's going on astrologically in those readings. As always, Patreon has exclusive readings. I still have to do a few of those for August. So those are coming as soon as possible. Other than that, I do Reiki healing as well. So if you are interested in distance Reiki healing, I can send you healing no matter where you are in the world. And all of that information is below. And I am in the process of setting up my Etsy shop. I only have a few items on there, but I will add the link to my description very shortly, so be on the lookout for that. And as always, peace, love, and light. Bye.